Good morning, Hornets, and welcome to today's edition of Beech Grove Student News. I'm Jaden Petty.
And I'm Carissa Nielsen. Today we'll be taking a look at government achievements, Women's History Month, and acts of kindness.
If you're a senior here at Beech Grove High School, please be sure to get your portrait taken in the auditorium lobby if you have not done so already. Pictures will be taken today and tomorrow.
On Saturday, Senate narrowly approved a $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief bill. After a long night, nearly all of the Republicans rejected this movement. However, it was passed on a 50-49 party line vote. The final congressional approval by the House will take place next week. Senator Chuck Schumer held a press conference after the big win.
It's a great day for the country. And from the beginning, we said we had to pass this legislation. We made a promise to the American people that we were going to deliver the real relief they needed, and now we have fulfilled that promise. Now, nobody said passing one of the largest, perhaps the most significant bill to help the poor and working people in decades was going to be easy, particularly with 50 votes. But it is done.
A coffee shop by the name of Pilot Pete's was the real hero this weekend. A Chicago man by the name of Peter Thomas has been saving and collecting warm coats for the homeless. This year alone, his goal was to collect 3,000 coats and deliver them to the homeless people of his community. Little did he know he would be collecting over 6,000 coats. When Mr. Thomas delivered these coats, he also surprised them with a warm treat of his very own, coffee. Here he is with more.
Christmas was averaging about 200 coats a day coming in alone, so it's like 1,000 coats a week coming in. Yeah, for sure. Anyone who needs a coat or anyone at all, whoever needs anything, we're always here to take care of it.
Some of you may know that this month is Women's History Month. This celebratory month has been going on since 1987. The month of March is spent recognizing women's contributions to history. Many women have done inspiring things to society. Some look up the women who made an impact on our world and consider them a mentor. Let's take a look at why mentors are so important.
It's extremely important to be a mentor because to whom much is given, much is expected. There is no better way to say thank you to someone who's helped you along the way or mentored you along the way than you paying it forward. You know, if that person took the time out to really be there for you during your points of insecurity and gave you that confidence to move forward, it is my personal job to take all that I have learned and share it with somebody else. Is how the world works. So my way of always saying thank you is making sure that my mentors see that their time was well spent and that their time was not in vain with me.
Now let's toss it over to Cameron for sports.
Good morning, Hornets, and welcome back to sports. In Beech Grove sports, the boys basketball team has won their third straight sectional championship. Congrats to the coach Renfro and the entire team. Regionals begin Saturday at Greencastle. Also in Beech Grove sports, trials for baseball are next week at 4:15. Be ready to go at the new baseball field located behind the turf football field. In the NBA All-Star news, Team LeBron took down Team Durant in the NBA All-Star game last night in Atlanta. The Indiana Pacers star, power forward, and center has been recently selected to play in the All-Star game. On March 7th, many people were shocked when Sabonis didn't make the All-Star game, originally as he averages 21.5 points and 11.7 rebounds a game. However, Kevin Durant's injury, Sabonis was able to make the reserve as Jason Tatum moved up to take Durant's starting spot, and I asked Gavin Stinson on his thoughts about Sabonis.
I'm actually really glad that Sabonis is going into the All-Star game. I think he should have been there from the beginning just because he's pretty much the Pacers' best player. And he's just a good all-around player. Like, not even for Indiana, just in general. I think he's a good player.
In NFL news, 3 weeks ago, the Texans announced that we are releasing starter defensive end J.J. Watt. Several people started to immediately speculate what team would sign him now that he was a free agent. The front runners to sign Watt appeared to be the Settlers, Packers, and the Bills. But everyone's surprised J.J. Watt announced on his Twitter feed that he would be signing with the Arizona Cardinals for the 2021 and 2022 season. One reason that J.J. could have signed with the Arizona could be the fact that former Texans wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins is now on the Cardinals, well after being traded from the Texans before the start of last year. The move to Arizona from J.J. Watt certainly caught everyone off guard. Here's what J.J. Watt himself had to say about the move. In MLB spring training, the Diamondbacks beat the Cubs 4-5. The Pirates. That's all for sports. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Cameron. That's all for today's segment of BGSN. I'm Jaden Petty.
And I'm Carissa Nielsen. Have a marvelous Monday, Hornets.